Hello everyone, welcome to KCA Studio. And today in this special documentary, I'm going to take you on a journey through decades of unforgettable voices, and that is the top 40 European singers of all time. Yes, from timeless classics to groundbreaking artists, these singers have defined eras, they've inspired millions, and they've left a legacy that transcends borders. But before we go ahead, please subscribe to KCA Studio. Kindly hit the subscribe button, turn on post notifications, and watch the space for some more amazing videos. So yes, sit back, relax, and listen to the names and profiles of the persons and artists that have shaped Europe and the world through the years from 1960 to 2025. All right, let's have it. I'm going to start from number 40 and I'm going to bring it down to number 1. Well, I must let you know before we go ahead that this singers, the list now have been measured based on their vocal strength, the commercial success of their music, how they appeal to audience, their personal wealth, and achievements and struggles over the years. So let's delve right straight into it. Don't forget to subscribe to the KCA Studio, to this channel. All right, thank you. Yes, so number 40 on the list is Nana Mouskouri from Greece. She's one of the world's best-selling female recording artists with over 200 million records sold. She was famous for her crystal clear voice and versatility in opera, folk, jazz, pop, world music, and longevity. She sang in multiple languages like Greek, French, English, German, Spanish, and more, making her a true European ambassador of music. Though her fame peaked in the 1960s to 1980s, her influence remains huge across Europe. And number 39 is Joe Cocker. Joe Cocker was born in Sheffield, England in 1944, and he was a powerhouse rock and blues singer with a raw, gravelly voice unmatched in intensity. Rising to prominence in the late 1960s with his cover of The Beatles' With a Little Help from My Friends, performed at Woodstock, he cemented himself as a live performance legend. Known for his physical and almost spasmodic stage movements, Cocker brought an unmatched emotional authenticity to every song. His career had highs and lows, battling substance abuse, but he revived success with hits like Up Where We Belong in the 1980s, earning a Grammy. Despite struggles, his perseverance carried him through 5 decades of performing. Remembered as a working-class hero with unforgettable vocal grit, he left an indelible mark on European rock history. Number 38 is Tom Jones. Tom Jones was born in 1940 in Pontypridd, Wales. He rose from humble beginnings to become one of Europe's most dynamic entertainers. With his blooming baritone charisma and sensual stage presence, he captivated audiences from the 1960s with hits like It's Not Unusual and Delilah. His career endured across decades, branching into pop, rock, and soul, appealing to multiple generations despite personal challenges, including marital controversies and criticism of his flamboyance. Jones remained resilient, constantly reinventing his sound. His Las Vegas residencies cemented him as a global showman, while later collaborations such as with Heart of Noise and contemporary producers kept him relevant. Knighted in 2006, he became Sir Tom Jones, symbolizing longevity, power, and adaptability. His influence and unmatched vocal strength ensured his place in music history. Number 37 on the list is Petula Clark. Petula Clark, born in 1932 in Surrey, England, achieved extraordinary success as one of Europe's most versatile singers, rising to international fame in the 1960s with the hit Downtown. She became a household name, embodying a fresh optimism during turbulent times. Fluent in multiple languages, she also released French, Italian, and German recordings, becoming a global ambassador for European pop. Her crystalline voice and elegance set her apart. while her ability to balance pop with theatrical performances gave her career unusual longevity. Despite challenges of transitioning through decades of changing musical tastes, Clark remained respected, performing well into her 80s, a pioneer for British women in music. She broke cultural barriers, proving talent, adaptability, and international appeal could sustain a singer for over 6 decades. Number 36 is Bryan Ferry. Bryan Ferry, born in 1945 in Washington, England, emerged as the suave art rock frontman of Roxy Music in the early 1970s. Known for his sophisticated crone and debonair stage persona, Ferry fused glam, heart, and sophistication into hits like Love is the Drug and More Than This. As a solo artist, he extended his range into refined pop ballads such as Slave to Love. His career mirrored elegance, but behind the polished image, Ferry overcame personal challenges, including critical dismissals of his artiness. Nonetheless, his resilience and ability to merge style with substance kept him influential. Often compared to contemporaries like Bowie, Ferry carved the niche as rock's gentleman, leaving a legacy of vocal subtlety and stylistic brilliance across decades of European music. Number 35 is Kate Bush. Kate Bush was born in 1958 in Bexleyheath, England. Redefined art pop with her ethereal voice and theatrical vision. Discovered by David Gilmour of Pink Floyd, she debuted at 19 with Wuthering Heights, becoming the first woman to top the UK charts with a self-written song. Known for her eccentricity, poetic lyrics, and theatrical performances, she became a cult figure. Bush faced challenges balancing fame with creative control, often retreating from public life to maintain artistic freedom. Albums like Hounds of Love solidified her as a genius of experimental pop, while her 2014 comeback residency in London proved her enduring appeal. In 2022, Running Up That Hill re-entered global charts, introducing her to a new generation. Kate Bush remains a visionary European artist of unmatched originality. Number 24 is Sinead O'Connor. Sinead O'Connor, born in Dublin in 1966, was a fearless Irish singer-songwriter whose hauntingly pure voice defined an era. Rising to fame with a cover of Prince's Nothing Compares to You, she became a global sensation in the early 1990s. She was never afraid to challenge authority, famously ripping the Pope's photo on live television, sparking global controversy. Despite personal struggles with mental health, industry pressure, and public backlash, she remained unapologetically authentic. Her music combined vulnerability with protest, addressing themes of spirituality, abuse, and oppression. While her career had turbulent moments, her legacy is one of courage and artistry. Passing in 2023, she left behind a cultural imprint that proved music could be both utterly beautiful and socially transformative, inspiring generations worldwide. Number 33 is Sting. Sting, born Gordon Sumner in 1951 in Wallsend, England, first rose to prominence as the charismatic frontman of The Police. With his distinctive tenor voice and sharp songwriting, he led the band through global hits like Every Breath You Take and Roxanne. After going solo in the mid-1980s, Sting crafted a versatile career, blending rock, jazz, and world music influences. Though criticized at times for pretension, his artistry and activism earned enduring respect. Sting has won multiple Grammys, been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and recognized for his humanitarian work. Balancing commercial success with artistic experimentation, he has maintained career longevity and global appeal. Today, Sting is revered not only as a singer, but as a cultural figure, bridging art and conscience. Number 32 is Robbie Williams. Robbie Williams, born in 1974 in Stoke-on-Trent, England, became one of Europe's most charismatic and commercially successful solo artists. Beginning with boy band Take That, He broke away in the 1990s to pursue a solo career, quickly surpassing expectations with hits like Angels and Rock DJ. Known for his cheeky persona, stage energy, and vocal charm, Williams became a stadium filling icon, particularly across Europe. Despite his enormous fame, he battled personal struggles, including substance abuse and mental health challenges. His openness about these struggles humanized him, making him relatable to fans. Williams built massive wealth through record breaking tours, while also exploring swing and collaborations that expanded his artistry. Today, he remains a beloved entertainer, embodying both pop showmanship and resilience through adversity. And number 31 is George Michael. George Michael was born in London in 1963, and he rose to global stardom first as half of Wham, before establishing himself as one of the greatest solo artists of the late 20th century. His debut solo album, Faith, became an international smash, earning Grammys and cementing him as a pop icon. Renowned for his soulful voice and ability to shift between ballads and dance tracks, Michael was also a songwriter of rare honesty. His career was marked by struggles, including legal battles, addiction, and public scrutiny of his private life. Yet he embraced his identity, becoming a gay icon and philanthropist. Despite setbacks, his music and cultural impacts remains profound, making him a European legend of resilience, artistry, and authenticity. Yes, and number 30 is Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger, born in 1943 in Dartford, England, is the electrifying frontman of the Rolling Stones and a defining figure of rock history. Known for his distinctive voice, boundless stage energy, and provocative charisma, Jagger shaped the Stones into the greatest rock and roll band in the world, balancing wide performances with business acumen. He sustained one of the longest careers in music, though criticized for controversies and excesses of the 1960s and 1970s. He overcame personal and professional challenges to remain relevant well into his 70s. His financial empire and influence are unmatched. As he continues touring globally, beyond music, Jagger embodies rebellion, endurance, and reinvention, making him not only a European rock icon, but also a cultural phenomenon spanning 6 decades. And number 29 is Seal. Seal, born Henry Olusegun Adeola Samuel in London in 1963, became one of Europe's most distinctive voices in the 1990s. Known for his deep soulful tone, he broke through with the global hit Crazy, before reaching legendary status with Kiss from a Rose, which won multiple Grammys. His voice, marked by raw passion and unique texture, made him instantly recognizable. Seal's personal struggle included visible facial scars from lupus, yet he transformed them into a symbol of strength and individuality. Beyond commercial success, he explored dance, soul, and pop with equal finesse. He also gained further recognition as a coach on The Voice. Through resilience, artistry, and emotional honesty, Seal established himself as a powerful European singer with enduring global impact. Number 28 is Cliff Richard. Cliff Richard, born Harry Roger Webb in 1940 in Lucknow, India, and raised in England, became Britain's first true rock and roll star. Emerging in the late 1950s with Move It, he paved the way for future UK acts long before the Beatles. Over a career spanning more than 6 decades, he sold over 250 million records worldwide, making him one of the best-selling European singers. Known for hits like Devil Woman and We Don't Talk Anymore, Richard constantly reinvented himself to remain relevant across generations. His career wasn't without controversy as he faced media scrutiny and personal challenges. Still, his faith, resilience, and adaptability helped him endure. A knighted artist, Sir Cliff Richard remains a symbol of longevity, commercial success, and European pop history. And number 27 is Marie Fredriksson, who was born in Sweden in 1958, was the soulful voice behind Roxette, one of Europe's most successful pop rock duos. Alongside Perry Gessel, she rose to global fame in the late 1980s and 1990s with hits like Listen to Your Heart and It Must Have Been Love. Her powerful yet emotional voice carried songs that defined an era. Tragically, she battled a long illness after being diagnosed with a brain tumor in 2002, which forced her to step back from full-time performing. Despite her health struggles, she showed immense courage, continuing to record and tour whenever possible. She remained beloved for her warmth, resilience, and artistry until her passing in 2019. Her legacy is one of strength, beauty, and timeless music. Number 26 is Agnetha Fältskog. Agnetha was born in Sweden in 1950 and she was one of the lead vocalists of ABBA, the group that defined European pop. Known for her crystalline voice too, she carried many of ABBA's most emotional songs, including The Winner Takes It All and SOS. Before ABBA, she had already begun a solo career, showcasing her natural talent, and with ABBA's global success in the 1970s, she became an international star. Though fame brought personal challenges, including struggles with privacy and stage anxiety. After the band's breakup, she lived quietly, occasionally releasing solo projects, including her 2013 comeback album, A. Despite years away from the spotlight, she remains adored worldwide. Her vulnerability paired with vocal brilliance ensures her place as one of Europe's most beloved singers. Number 25 is Annie Frid Lyngstad. Annie Frid Lyngstad was born in 1945 in Norway and raised in Sweden. Became one of the iconic voices of ABBA alongside Agnetha, known for her warm contralto and striking stage presence. She added depth and contrast to ABBA's harmonies on hits like Fernando and Knowing Me, Knowing You. Lyngstad's life was marked by hardship. She was born to a German soldier and Norwegian mother during World War II, enduring stigma and loss. Rising through singing competitions, she became an integral part of one of Europe's most successful groups. After ABBA disbanded, she pursued a solo career, blending jazz and pop influences, and lived largely away from the spotlight. Despite personal tragedies, her resilience and artistry made her a beloved European cultural figure. And number 24 is Björn Ulvaeus, who was born in Gothenburg, Sweden in 1945, is best known as one of the creative forces behind ABBA. While not the group's lead vocalist, his role as a songwriter, musician, and occasional singer cemented his importance in European music history. With Benny Andersson, he co-wrote timeless hits like Dancing Queen, Mamma Mia, and Waterloo, shaping ABBA's global success. His smooth vocals occasionally took lead, but his strength lay in lyrical storytelling and arrangement. Ulvaeus also overcame financial struggles and reinventions after ABBA, contributing to the massive stage success of Mamma Mia, the musical and film adaptations. His ability to adapt, endure, and expand his musical vision beyond ABBA makes him an essential European music figure, merging artistry, innovation, and global commercial triumph. Number 23 is Sarah Brightman. Sarah Brightman, born in 1960 in Hertfordshire, England, became the world's most successful classical crossover soprano. Beginning in musical theatre, she rose to prominence as the original Christine in Andrew Lloyd Webber's The Phantom of the Opera. Transitioning into a recording career, Brightman combined classical technique with pop accessibility, creating a new genre. A song, Time to Say Goodbye with Andrea Bocelli, became an international phenomenon, cementing as a global star. Though she faced criticism from traditionalists, Brightman remained undeterred, pioneering a career that brought classical music to mainstream audiences. She endured personal challenges, including a high-profile divorce from Lloyd Webber, but she continued to innovate artistically with multi-million record sales and breathtaking live performances. She remains a European icon of versatility and ambition. Number 22 is Laura Pausini. Born in 1974 in Solarolo, Italy, became one of Europe's most celebrated pop vocalists and a true global ambassador of Italian music. She rose to fame in 1993 after winning the Soremo Music Festival with La Salutudin, launching a career that expanded across Europe and Latin America. Known for a powerful emotive voice, Porcini recorded in multiple languages, achieving rare international success. Despite challenges of maintaining relevance in a shifting industry, she consistently reinvented herself, winning Grammys and Latin Grammys. Beyond music, she used her platform to advocate for social issues, including women's rights and equality. Porcini's dedication, vocal strength, and cross-cultural appeal makes her one of Europe's most influential modern singers, admired for both her artistry and resilience. Number 21 is Eros Ramazzotti. Eros Ramazzotti, born in Rome in 1963, became one of Europe's most successful pop rock singers and a defining voice of Italian music. Rising to prominence in the mid-1980s with hits like Terra Promessa and Una Storia Importante, he combined heartfelt lyrics with a unique nasal tinged voice. His international breakthrough came with Cose della Vita, later re-recorded with Tina Turner, which expanded his global appeal. Despite industry skepticism, Ramazzotti became a best-selling artist across Europe and Latin America, performing in both Italian and Spanish. His career faced challenges with challenging threads, but he continually adapted while staying true to his romantic style. With record-breaking tours and longevity spanning 4 decades, he represents European pop's ability to blend emotional depth with commercial triumph. Yes, we're left with 20. Please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. We're still on the top 40 European singers of all time from 1960 to 2025. And yes, number 20 is Enrique Iglesias. Enrique Iglesias was born in Madrid in 1975 and he became one of Europe's most successful global pop exports. As the son of Julio, he faced immense pressure but forged his own identity with a string of hits in both Spanish and English. Emerging in the 1990s with romantic ballads, he transitioned into dance pop and Latin crossover smashes with Bailamos and Hero. His smooth vocals and charisma turned him into a heartthrob, while his tours made him a stadium-filling act worldwide. Though often underestimated by critics, his consistent success speaks to mass appeal and adaptability. Iglesias also faced health scares and constant comparisons to his father, but he maintained independence and commercial dominance. With multi-platinum albums and longevity, he remains a symbol of European pop resilience. And number 19 is Julio Iglesias. He was born in Madrid in 1943 and rose from tragedy to become one of the most successful European singers in history. Originally a footballer, his career ended after a car accident leading him to music. His romantic ballads and smooth baritone captivated audiences worldwide, with record sales surpassing 300 million. Despite criticism for being overly commercial, his emotional delivery and charisma won enduring appeal. His influence shaped global Latin pop, while his legacy lives on through his son, Enrique Iglesias. Number 18 is Mina. Mina Anna Mazzini, known mononymously as Mina, was born in Busto Arsizio, Italy in 1940 and became one of Europe's most powerful female vocalists. Known for her incredible range, dramatic expression, and chameleon-like ability to sing across genres, she earned the title La Tigre di Ceremona. Rising to fame in the 1960s, she challenged social norms with her bold style and rebellious spirit. Despite being banned from Italian state television in 1963 due to her private life, she continued to thrive, releasing countless albums and hits. Her longevity, unmatched vocal artistry, and influence on Italian and European music make her a towering figure revered across generations. At number 17 is Jacques Brel, who was born in Belgium in 1929, a poet, singer, and performer whose chansons redefined European music. His songs, including Nemequit Paris and Amsterdam, became timeless classics covered by global icons like Frank Sinatra and Nina Simone. Though he passed in 1978, his legacy continues, inspiring songwriters and performers worldwide. He remains one of Europe's greatest storytellers, a man whose music transcended language and culture through raw human emotion. Number 16 is Serge Gainsbourg. He was born in Paris in 1928 and he was one of France's most provocative and innovative artists. He started off as a jazz pianist. He reinvented himself as a singer-songwriter known for witty, often controversial lyrics. His smoky voice and experimental style blended chanson, pop, reggae, and funk. Despite heavy drinking and chain smoking, which harmed his health, he remained a prolific creative voice. He embodied France's daring spirit, leaving behind a legacy of fearless artistry and innovation. Number 15 is Charles Aznavour. He was born in Paris in 1924 to Armenian immigrants and became one of France's most cherished singers. With a career spanning over 7 decades, he sold more than 100 million records and composed over 1,200 songs. His career longevity and global influence made him a true cultural treasure. Passing in 2018, he remains celebrated as the Frank Sinatra of France, a timeless voice of resilience and passion. Number 14 is Edith Piaf, who was born in Paris in 1915, is perhaps the most iconic French singer of all time. She rose from a childhood of poverty and hardship to captivate the world with her raw emotive voice. Songs like Vie en Rose and Non remain cultural touchstones embodying love, sorrow, and resilience. Though her voice was small in size, it carried immense emotional power. Passing in 1963, she left behind a legacy of unmatched authenticity. Her story remains an inspiration, a reminder of how music can transcend hardship to touch humanity's deepest emotions. Number 13 is Placido Domingo. Born in Madrid in 1941, is one of Europe's most celebrated operatic tenors. Rising to global fame in the 20th century, he became a member of the legendary three tenors alongside Luciano Pavarotti and Jose Carreras, bringing opera to mass audiences worldwide. His career, however, was marred by controversy in later years due to misconduct allegations which affected his legacy. Number 12 is Andrea Bocelli, who was born in Lajatico, Italy in 1958. He overcame blindness to become one of Europe's most inspiring and best-selling tenors. Discovered by Luciano Pavarotti, he achieved international fame in the 1990s with his emotive blend of opera and pop, most notably through Conte Partiro, That's Time to Say Goodbye, with Sarah Brightman. His warm, expressive voice, breathed classical and popular music, captivated audiences worldwide. Despite criticism from purists, his accessibility made opera approachable to millions. Selling over 90 million records, he continues to perform globally, embodying both artistry and courage. He remains one of Europe's most beloved modern classical singers, admired for heart and humanity. And number 11 is Luciano Pavarotti. Born in Modena, Italy, 1935, he was one of the greatest operatic voices of the 20th century. Renowned for his powerful golden tenor, he brought opera to mainstream audiences, captivating millions with performances of Nessun Dorma and countless others. He helped revolutionize the accessibility of opera despite personal struggles, including criticism for his commercial ventures and health issues later in life. He remained an adored figure. His warmth, charisma, and unmatched vocal brilliance made him a cultural icon far beyond opera halls. Passing in 2007, his legacy lives on the bench as the benchmark of vocal excellence and one of Europe's most influential singers. And number 10 is Enya. Enya was born in 1961 in Gwydir, Ireland. She became Europe's queen of ethereal new age music. Imagine in the 1980s, she created a unique soundscape, blending layered vocals, Celtic influences, and atmospheric synths. Her 1988 album Watermark, featuring Orinoco Flow, catapulted her to global fame, while A Day Without Rain became one of the best-selling new age albums. Despite avoiding tours and shunning the spotlight, she built immense wealth and influence, selling over 80 million records worldwide. Her reclusive lifestyle sparked curiosity, but it preserved artistry and mystic. She remains a singular figure in European music, proving that subtlety and atmosphere can achieve monumental global impact. And number 9 is Björk. Was born in Iceland in 1965 and became one of Europe's most groundbreaking and eclectic artists. Rising from punk roots, she gained global recognition in the 1990s with her solo album debut and Post, which fused electronic pop and avant-garde sounds. Despite facing criticism for her unconventional style and personal struggles with media intrusion, she remained unapologetically original. She embodies European creativity at its boldest, proving individuality and risk-taking can build a timeless global legacy. And number 8 is Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran was born in Halifax, England in 1991, and he became one of Europe's most commercially successful singer-songwriters of the 21st century. He started from street performances and self-released EPs. He rose to stardom with his debut album, plus featuring the A-Team and Lego House. His blend of pop, folk, and hip-hop elements resonated globally, leading to record-breaking albums like Divide and singles such as Shape of You. Sheeran faced struggles with fame's pressures, health issues, and copyright battles, yet he remained resilient. Number 7 is Amy Winehouse. Born in London in 1983, was one of Europe's most distinctive and tragic musical talents. With her smoky contralto voice, she revived soul, jazz, and R&B for a new generation. Her 2006 album Back to Black brought her global fame, powered by hits like Rehab. Despite her brilliance, Winehouse struggled with addiction, mental health, and relentless media scrutiny, which ultimately led to an untimely death in 2011 at just 27. Yet her artistry earned her 5 Grammys in a single night, cementing her as one of the most acclaimed British artists of her era. Number 6 is Adele. Adele was born in 1988 in Tottenham, London, and she is one of Europe's most powerful modern vocalists. She was born as Adele Laurie Blue Adkins, and her albums 21, 25, and 30 shattered records, producing timeless ballads like Someone Like You and Hello. Despite vocal surgery and intense public scrutiny, she triumphed, winning multiple Grammys, an Oscar, and a Golden Globe. She is known for her down-to-earth personality, and she connects deeply with fans, blending vulnerability and strength. Number 5 is John Lennon. John Lennon was born in Liverpool in 1940, co-founded the Beatles, the most influential band in history, and later established himself as a solo artist and peace activist. After the Beatles, he explored raw personal themes with Yoko Ono, influencing generations of musicians. Tragically assassinated in 1980, his life was cut short, but his cultural impact was immeasurable. His legacy blends artistry with activism, making him not only one of Europe's greatest singers, but also a symbol of resilience, idealism, and enduring relevance. And number 4 is David Bowie. David Bowie was born David Robert Jones in London in 1947, and he was one of Europe's most innovative and influential artists. Constantly reinventing himself, he embodied creativity through alter egos like Ziggy Stardust and the Thin White Duke. Despite battling cancer privately, he delivered his final masterpiece, Black Star, days before his death in 2016. His artistry continues to inspire, representing fearless experimentation. His voice was versatile, spanning glam rock, soul, and electronic with classics like Heroes, Space Oddity, and Let's Dance. And number 3 on the European top 40 singers of all time is Elton John. Elton John, born Regina Dwight in 1947 in Middlesex, England, became one of Europe's most celebrated singer-songwriters. Known for his flamboyant performances, virtuosic piano playing, and powerful voice, he produced timeless classics like Rocket Man, Your Song, and Candle in the Wind. His career was marked by immense success, but also struggles with addiction and identity. Beyond music, he became a prominent philanthropist, founding the Elton John AIDS Foundation, knighted in 1998. Sir Elton's achievements include Grammys, an Oscar, and a Tony. Despite health scares, he continued performing into his 70s, drawing massive crowds. And number 2 is Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury was born in Zanzibar in 1946 and raised in England. He became the legendary frontman of Queen, known for his extraordinary vocal range and electrifying stage presence. He crafted classics like Bohemian Rhapsody, We Are the Champions, and Somebody to Love. He continued performing at the highest level until his death in 1991, leaving a legacy of courage and artistry. His theatricality and command over audiences were unmatched. Despite his flamboyant public persona, Mercury privately battled struggles, including his sexuality in a less tolerant era and his HIV diagnosis. His influence remains immeasurable and inspiring generations of performers worldwide. And lastly, for the European top 40 singers of all time, 1960 to 2025, number 1 on the list is none other but Paul McCartney. Was born in Liverpool in 1942, and he stands as one of Europe's most accomplished and enduring musical icons. As a co-founder of the Beatles, he helped revolutionize modern music with timeless songwriting and vocals on classics like Yesterday and Aged. After the Beatles, his career flourished with Wings and as a solo artist, showcasing versatility across genres. He faced immense pressure living in the Beatles' shadow, but consistently proved his relevance, touring globally well into his 70s. Beyond music, he championed causes including animal rights and environmental issues. With unmatched longevity, creativity, and influence, McCartney epitomizes resilience, artistry, and global cultural impacts. Yes, so that's it on the European top 40 singers of all time from 1960 to 2025. Thank you for watching. You have just experienced and learned about the voices that defined generations as their music continues to inspire, unite, and remind us of the power of the song. Thank you for watching this journey with us. Remember, for more incredible documentaries, music histories, and timeless features, kindly subscribe to KCA Studio. This is your home for stories that matter. Do not forget to subscribe. All right, I'll see you again some other time. Thank you very much. Bye.